This is about defending democracy. This is no longer Democrats versus Republicans. What do you want your kids to believe in? There must be give and take.
This is White Flag with Joe Walsh.
Florida's legislature, Florida's state legislature just passed a bill banning social media for individuals under the age of 16, for kids under the age of 16, making any and all use of social media illegal. Can't use for kids under the age of 16. It passed the Florida State Senate. It had already passed this bill, the Florida House. It will go on to Governor Ron DeSantis for his signature. DeSantis has not said how he will rule on this bill. This bill, if passed into law, will be overturned by the courts in a nanosecond. It violates the First Amendment many times over. Banning the use of all social media for individuals under the age of 16. That's just flatly unconstitutional. I don't want to focus on that. I shouldn't have to focus on that. You're more than welcome to disagree with me, but that's a tough case to make. that banning the use of social media doesn't violate the Constitution, doesn't violate the First Amendment. That would be a tough case to make. But stop for a moment. The madness behind a bill like this. It was passed with overwhelming Republican support in the Florida legislature, had some Democratic support, but mostly Republican support. Republicans who constantly talk about and rail about parental rights, parents' rights, the fact that the government replaces parents when it comes to so much of a child's life. What is this? What is this but taking a man, an axe, a hammer to parents' rights? This is the job of a parent, to decide whether a 15 or 14-year-old child, when and where and how can use social media. This isn't the job of government. I think that's fairly obvious. And at one time, that was fairly obvious to most Republicans. But this bill, just like the notion of a lot of this, the banning of books, not just in Florida, but among conservatives and conservative groups all over the country, this notion, look, I was a Republican my whole life, up until 3 or 4 years ago. Republicans, I believe, generally believed for most of my life in a more limited government. Generally keep government out of these sorts of decisions. A decision like this is left up to parents. Whether a kid can use social media, 15, 14, 13, 12-year-old kid can use social media. That's up to a parent, not the government. That's generally how I believed. Republicans believe. That's generally how I had hoped most people believe. But this isn't that Republican Party anymore. This Republican Party doesn't believe in limited government. This Republican Party that would, I did a lot of work on school vouchers. I believe in school vouchers. I believe parents should be able to choose where their kids go to school, and the money that we all agree we're putting into our public schools, the money should follow the parents' decision. Again, I don't want to debate that now, but that's what I've always believed, parental rights in education. Republicans always believed in notions like that. This Republican Party now wants to use government as much as it can to get back the America they think they no longer have. Republicans who believe that social media is a detrimental force to children under the age of 16. Well, instead of then, okay, if you believe that, parents, adults, then do something about it. Instead of that, which is the Republican Party I used to belong to, now it's, no, now, damn it, I have to have government do something about it. I have to have government shut social media down. I have to have government now not allow any individual under the age of 16 to use TikTok or Facebook or Twitter. This Republican Party now uses government, turns to government to get back the America they want, to get back the America they believe the left took from them. This Republican Party now wants to use government to go after its political opponents, to ban books, to shut down speech it doesn't like, to get back the life it thinks is right and proper and good. And even if I agree with a lot of what they believe is right and proper and good, it's not the role of government to force that kind of a thing back. This bill in Florida, if DeSantis signs it, and I don't know if he will, it's unconstitutional. It'll be overturned. But the bigger, greater problem is, look, and every Democrat listening to me, Democrats generally turn to government as well. Instinctively, the first turn is to government to fix wrongs and do what they believe in. Republicans now are doing the same thing, but even more so. Wanting to use government in areas of life where government has no role. This is the job, the role of parents and families and private individuals. We've got two major political parties. We don't have one party of these two anymore that predominantly turns toward us to fix problems first instead of government. This is a problem. Well, it's a problem for those of us who believe in a limited government and individual freedom. I mean, this bill is just purely anti-freedom. And if you're wondering, yes, right now in time, I believe Republicans are much worse now about this than Democrats, turning toward government to impinge upon our rights. Yes, Republicans now are much more the guilty party in this aspect of our society. Have a good weekend. Wish you all the best. Thanks. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow White Flag with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been White Flag with Joe Walsh.